Hi guys, and welcome to my video on episode 758 of One Piece. I should probably have checked this. But yeah, as you might have noticed from the title of this video, I have not called this my review on this episode of One Piece, but my thoughts on, because I thought about how to do this. I said this in the last video too. And I think I just want to make this a very casual video where I just talk about One Piece. So I'm not gonna call it a review anymore because this is not gonna be professional. Not that any of my videos are professional, but it's not gonna be all that serious. It's just gonna be chilled. You might have videos where I'm just in my pajamas because I do film these in the mornings, or it's past noon, but I did wake up at noon, so yeah. Casual videos from now on, just talking about what I liked, what I didn't like about the episodes, just my general thoughts. And you can leave your general thoughts in the comments below and we'll see how this works out. So yeah, let's get into the episode. Okay, just before I get into this, because I just noticed it's raining outside and I don't know if you can hear it, but if there's some weird background sounds, it's probably because it's raining outside. Yeah, but the episode. Let me just start off with one thing that I noticed that really annoyed me in this episode, because what the hell? I don't think the animators know how to draw Robin. I don't know how she was drawn generally in Dressrosa, because I kind of gave up on watching that arc. But it seems like in So, they've been pretty good with everyone except for Robin. I mean, there was one shot in the beginning of this episode where she honestly looked more like a penis than a person. Cause her waist was like this and her boobs were like this. And it's normal for One Piece women to have very tiny waists where there's no room for organs and very big boobs. And generally that doesn't annoy me. But this episode, Robin just looked awful. Nami looked fine. I mean, she was a little on the what the hell side. But Robin especially only had one shot where she looked good, and that was because we couldn't see her boobs. Why? Could you please draw Robin better? She's a very pretty woman. Please. Wanda though, let me talk about Wanda because I feel like I haven't talked about Wanda, and she is my favorite character from So. I don't know if I've said this. She is fucking amazing. I love Wanda, and it doesn't help. Her voice actor is the woman who also voices Risa Hawkeye from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. She is one of my favorite people. Her voice is just so smooth and lovely, and she's badass, and her design is just amazing, and I swear to God I would consider being a furry for her. She's just that amazing. And I think Nami has a crush on her too. Did you see the way Nami looked at her this entire episode? I think Nami has a crush on her. Now that I've talked about the girls, because this isn't just a show about girls and how pretty they are. This is a show about pirates. And this episode was good. I really enjoyed this episode. It had a late start. The title card was at 6 minutes and 15 seconds, which I mean is pretty far in. But that just means that the things that we get in the actual episode is good, because that means that they don't have to draw everything out. And while they did have that one scene with Sicilian that they drew out, I can't speak. That was good. I was entertained by that. The whole thing with him throwing the pineapple house at his subordinates because they were talking about sweet things, I found that hilarious. I thought that was so amazingly well done. And I mean, it looked great as well. The episode generally did look great, except for Robin. But yeah, I thought those few moments that they dragged out were really great in comparison to last week's episode where we had that weird bridge scene which just completely ruined everything. But yeah. Also, we meet Dogstorm. I love Dogstorm. Oh my god, can I talk about his voice actor for a second here? I read that his voice actor was like a veteran voice actor, and I have never ever heard him in anything ever before. But he was so amazing. He sounds like that sweet, weird uncle who gives you sweets at Christmas. I mean, I love Dogstorm. Yeah. Yeah. Dogstorm is amazing, and I really like he's just so calming to be around. Like when we get to Nekomamushi, sorry, Cat Viper, like he's an entirely different thing. He's upbeat, he's silly, he's very kitty-like. And then we have Dogstorm, who's just I love him. I love both of them very much, but for entirely different reasons. And the whole thing with him falling asleep with Six and then Luffy just crawling all over him trying to wake him up to get him to talk about Shanks more, that was so cute. That's another thing. Luffy in this episode was drawn so well. I mean, they generally do a good job with Luffy, except for the opening where he literally looks dead inside. But I'm just fangirling in this episode if you can't tell already. That's why this is called Thoughts on Another Review, because this is no way a review. Oh, but Luffy was so... I love when Luffy talks about Shanks. It's like when Sanji talks about the All Blue. He has this great smile and his voice actor is just so amazing. Yes. Yes, more of that please. Either way, the whole scene where we're at Dogstorm's like bedroom or ward or whatever it is, that entire thing was just amazing. Everything from Dogstorm just salivating over Brook that actually had me laughing so much. The sound that he made and then just looked to Brook like that was great. And Frankie just telling Brook to you could just give him a piece, and Brook just being like, no, they're gonna kill me. Just amazing. I really enjoyed this episode. I mean, I didn't actually have all that high standards for this episode just because I was kind of let down last week. But damn, I just really enjoyed this episode. I was really sad when it ended. But we have one interesting line from Dogstorm where he's like, it wasn't just Nami and Sanji and those people who saved it, it was also Luffy's group, which we don't get further exploration on because then he falls asleep and Wanda isn't very helpful. We do go further into the flashback. Let's talk about the story now. Because we further see as Jack and his underlings just ravage the entire city of... I don't remember what it's called, damn, I'm so bad at this. But yeah, they destroy everything, and then as sent from the skies, the Three Musketeers and Dogstorm appear to save the day. And then the episode stops before Dogstorm can get into the fight, but from the preview we get that next episode because he is amazing. I love him. I said that like 5 times in this episode. I'm so bad. Okay. Either way, the Jack stuff was really good. The animation was really nice. Wanda again looked amazingly beautiful when she went into for the attack, and Carrot as well. They all just looked really great. There was a few moments that I felt like were drawn out a bit too much, especially with Jack, him just staring at people when they talked to him, and a few like reaction things, but it was only like 1 or 2 seconds over what I wanted, and was nothing like the reactions from last episodes, which we also got a repeat of in the recap for this episode, which was really annoying. Oh, also we find out in this episode that Dogstorm and Cat Viper don't like each other, and that's why they have split hours. So we have Dogstorm, the Duke of the Day, who governs and is awake from 6 AM to 6 PM, and we have Cat Viper, who is the King of the Night, or the Master of the Night, and he's awake from 6 PM to 6 AM, so yeah, the day and the night kings. And if I have any anime-only watchers here, I don't think I do, their backstory, kind of, what we know of is great, relationship is interesting, really love their dynamics, good stuff. And next episode is called Cat Viper, the King of the Night, appears or something. So we're gonna meet him. I think we're only gonna meet him in flashback because I know that the trip from Dogstorm to Cat Viper is relatively, not long, but I know that we had at least 1 chapter in the manga where they talk about stuff, and with stuff I mean Sanji. And we have that great song which I'm expecting for Brook to sing in the next episode. I hope he will. I'm waiting for the Nekomamushi song. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have I read an interview between 3 of the animators and directors of the anime. They were interviewed by Usopp's voice actor. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And they said that they had a lot of fun drawing Nekomamushi over Cat Viper over Dogstorm, so I really hope that they did a good job with his design, because unlike Dogstorm, who in this episode is just sitting in a bed, Cat Viper does move around a lot, so I hope that the way that they animated him is really good, because he's a very lively or lively, how's it pronounced, character. So yeah, I hope they do a good job with that, since they did say that they enjoyed him more than Dogstorm. But yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But yeah, I think that's overall what I thought of this episode. If you couldn't tell, I really liked it, and I just like kind of closed my eyes whenever Robin appeared, because please draw her just a bit realistically, just a teeny tiny bit. I mean, yeah. But if you liked anything that I had to say, you can leave a thumbs up on the video and leave in the comments below what you thought of this episode. Did you think that it was good as I did, or did you have any problems with it? I think it was a little bit slow, but I mean, that's a personal thing, and I thought the humor made up for that, so I'm fine with it. And yeah, you can subscribe if you want more of this. I don't know why you would want more of me just fangirling and talking nonsense about One Piece, but if you want that, you can subscribe to me. I usually do reviews of One Piece manga, Shokugeki no Soma, Haikyuu, and Boku no Hero Academia. So if you're into those, you can subscribe, and until next time, bye!